Man, how is everybody doing? I don't know why I'm in a hype mood right now. Because life has been sucking. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sitting in my parents' basement right now. No exaggeration, like I am literally in the basement recording this video. So look, I'm in my parents' basement. I'm 18 years old. It's time for me to get a job. I want this YouTube thing to work out, but you gotta be realistic with it. No, not realistic. Ignore that. This is gonna work out. Well, my parents, they don't see the vision, so they're pressuring me. They're like, you gotta get a job. You gotta, and they're low key right. I ain't even gonna lie. So check me out. Look, and if you hear this clicking noise, I'm just messing around for pen. So ignore that. All right, I'm gonna put it down anyway. But look, I recently graduated. I got that nice high school diploma, and I was excited. More opportunities should open up. I have that alumni network, and I was thinking, bro, this job search would be easy. My parents are pressuring me to get a job, so I applied for a couple of jobs, and the first one I applied for was Chick-fil-A. Now, in Chick-fil-A, you don't need a high school diploma. You don't even need really any job experience. It should be something light, right? So I applied. I'm thinking this is easy. I don't gotta apply for anything else. I send in my Chick-fil-A app. Literally the first thing you see on my resume. And by the way, the resume was optional. I put in a resume because I put in that work. I've done so many internships, I've done so many jobs, I've done so many leadership positions, bro. My resume is stacked up to the brim, right? So look, I sent my resume. First thing you see, high school diploma. I'm different. I think I'm better than all these other people applying to Chick-fil-A. And they seem desperate. They're saying you want to do full time. If you can do full time, if you need. Like they seem like they need part time, full time. And I put on my schedule. I can do week. I put on my schedule. I'm basically free whenever. I put in early, late. I'm thinking I'm the perfect candidate. So tell me why 2 weeks pass and I see absolutely nothing in my email from Chick-fil-A. I'm not gonna lie, I've been astounded. I don't know if I used that right. Bro, they ain't sent me nothing back about that job. And I'm like, what? What do you need? Do I gotta sell a kidney to you or something? I have the high school diploma. I have all the leadership. My resume is stacked out. All the work experience. They said you don't even need really work experience. The resume got sent, bro. My resume is stacked, dude. High school, like, what more do you need? And it brought me, like, I remember I was looking at the Owls Went Out a long time ago. I used to watch him. You said Chipotle rejected him. I looked at him like, bro, how did you get rejected by Chipotle? Like, if you go into a Chipotle, bro, Chipotle's are so ghetto these days. Like, even if you're in the deep suburbs, like how I am, bro, Chipotle's are so ghetto. They hire everyone and anybody. How did he not get hired? But then I look at me, like, bro, you know, I'm 6'4", charming, light skin. No, I'm not 6'4". I'm 5. I'm like 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", 5'9". One of the 5 somethings. But charming, handsome, no tats. I'm clean cut. Like if you hear the intonation in my voice, like I really carry myself well, right? I got the stacked out resume. You're telling me I'm not good enough for Chick-fil-A? We already know what they be putting in them chicken sandwich. Look at that KFC advertisement. Like, think about it. How do they always come up? How do they have unlimited supplies of chicken? I ain't gonna expose Chick-fil-A like that. Listen, y'all piss me off. I ain't gonna expose y'all like that. Listen, do your research on them chicken sandwiches. Not to pull a Illuminati, but I'm serious, bro. Anyway, back to the main point. Bro, this job search is cooked, bro. What do I need to give to y'all? Like, do I gotta sell my soul to make minimum wage? Is that how it is these days? Like, what more do you need? I graduated from the best school in my state. Like, no, literally, like I graduated from the #1 school in my state, and you're telling me that's not good enough for Chick-fil-A? How am I supposed to get an investment banking job? How am I supposed to get a high finance job if I can't even make the cut for Chick-fil-A? Anyway, so I applied for some more jobs today. I applied for Planet Fitness. Tell me why Planet Fitness needs work experience. They need retail experience, bro. This is Planet Fitness. If I had all that, I wouldn't be applying there. But they need work, retail experience. They need references. They need at least like 3 jobs, something like that. They need a high school diploma. You need a high school diploma to work in the front desk of Planet Fitness. Are you serious? And they're not even paying that crazy. I'm not gonna lie. The best place I've applied to, and by the way, I'm saying applied to because I've gotten no responses. I must have put something stupid on my resume. I must have put like something crazy that I don't even know about. But I've received no responses so far. But the best one to apply to is in Stars, bro. They pay great. They don't need like any experience. It's nice. But I feel like, what I even get this high school diploma for if I'm not getting the job to come with it? Chick-fil-A doesn't even need that, and they still just swatted my application away. Like, you're Chick-fil-A, dude. I've seen your employees. None of them are better than me. Maybe that's egotistical. I don't know. But I feel like I'm really him. Like, bro, I don't know. I'm not the type of dude to be like, my pleasure. Maybe they could sense the aura through the screen or something. But, nigga, Chick-fil-A? I gotta stop saying that N-word. My guy, Chick-fil-A? Like, are you serious? But yeah, that's all I gotta say, bro. I'm just really venting. Like, half of these videos are just vents. Like, bro, you're telling me Chick-fil-A? I'm not good enough for Chick-fil-A, dude. Chick-fil-A! That's all I gotta say, man. Bro, this job search is cooked. If y'all got any tips on how to get jobs in 2025, listen, don't even get me started on what I did for Planet Fitness, bro. I had a cover letter, bro. I'm not gonna lie, ChatGPT made it, but I literally went out my way to make a cover letter, talk about all my experience, stuff like that, bro. If I don't get hired by them, bro, I'm not gonna make threats on YouTube, especially if I get exposed. But, bro, tell me, Planet Fitness, I'm not good enough for. Chick-fil-A, I'm not good enough for. Like, what do you need from employees these days, bro? I gotta give you my organs? That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching the video. I'm out.